It's Battlebox time, and this time for something completely different. It's Apocabox time. I've been looking at both of these boxes, these subscription boxes, for the last 2 or 3 years, and they're both pretty popular boxes. Very, very different boxes from very different different mindsets and different philosophies. So I thought it'd be interesting to take a look at them together, kind of compare them. So anyway, we'll talk about that in more detail coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me on this very overcast, slightly drizzly Saturday afternoon right now here in Georgia. So, as I said, we've been looking at the Battlebox and the Apocabox here on the channel for about 2 or 3 years now at least, and I think they're both very popular boxes coming from a very different place and a different philosophy. So I've said it before, I think the Battlebox philosophy is that you're going to get a discount if you buying this stuff as a package. So basically, if you were to go out on the internet, on the street, and buy everything in a battle box separately, it's going to cost you a lot more than what you get it through here. So I've always said that kind of means basically that if you like half the stuff in here, then the rest of it is kind of a bonus. So there's that. And then the Apocabox, I've also always said this for a long time, that it's not so much about providing you a certain amount of stuff at a discounted price, but their goal is always kind of to be a little more eclectic, provide you with some unusual kind of custom, one-of-a-kind stuff you really can't find anywhere else. And they always have a project, and it's more about learning hands-on skills. So two very different philosophies, very different mindsets. They're both themed, but Battlebox is about stuff at a discount for the most part, and the Apocabox is more about skills and kind of new stuff. So anyway, that being said, we're going to take you down to the new stump top now. We'll take a look at what's in the Battlebox, and we'll go over that, and then we'll take a look at what's in the Apocabox, just so you can kind of see for yourself in one video kind of the differences between the philosophies of the boxes. I just thought that might be helpful and maybe be a little more interesting than just a straight up box opening. So anyway, I've rambled way too long already. Let's get to it. Okay, so here's this month's battle box, and it's a big long one, so we're going to move it out of the way and open it up. Got the new stump top here. Ooh. So first of all, every battle box has got this card in it. It's a mission card. It tells you which mission it is. This happens to be 48. Basically, there are 4 subscription levels to the Battlebox. Basic, which is $24.99 a month. The Advanced, which is $49.99 a month. The Pro, which is $99.99 a month. And the Pro Plus or Knife of the Month Club, which is $149.99. Then it tells you what their stated values are, assigned values, and on the back of it, it's got a little sit rep here that kind of tells you the thought processes that went behind what goes into the box. Now, I have gone out on the old intranet there to see what you get the same stuff for, or at least similar stuff, just to compare the prices. So to see what kind of value there is, because that's, again, one of the focuses of the Battlebox. So the first item on the basic box this month is a wax canvas axe sling and quiver, and it is a thing you slide your axe down in here, and you can it puts a cover on it, and it's got a little a buckle here, so it's wax canvas, and it is leather, and then it's got these nylon carry straps, shoulder straps with a little hook on them, so you can open it up and connect it to the quiver. So you got a loop here on the bottom and on top, so you can kind of hang it over your shoulder, right? So there's that. The second item is something you know I'm going to like, because it's a fire starter. It is the coffee wick fire starters, and there are 3 of these things in here. And this little paper cup, they're made out of coffee grounds and who knows what else, wax or something. And they got a wick on them, and you just light them, and you can start a fire with these. And one coffee wick is good for 1 fire, they say. So there's that. Oh, they're giving, by the way, I almost screwed up. They're giving the wax canvas axe sling quiver a $24.99 value. The closest thing I could find was one that looks exactly like this on Amazon for $45. So pretty good value there. But the coffee wick fire starter 3-pack, they're giving it a $4.98 value. $4.95 value rather, and the closest thing I could find it for was $4.95 on Coffee Wick's website. The next item on the basic box is something that's pretty cool. It's a wooden kuksa, not sure how you say that, but it's kind of like a wooden drinking cup, which is pretty cool. You know, a lot of people like to carve these themselves, but if you don't have time or the knowledge to do that, this is a pretty nice looking one here, and it comes with a little leather thong and a little, carabiner. They're giving this a $14.95 value. I found one that looks about like this on Amazon for 12 bucks, so pretty close there. The next and final item on the basic box is a Patriot Seeds Urban Garden, and this is 12 different heirloom seed varieties. They're giving this a $14.95 value. I found it for 15 bucks on Amazon, so about the same there. So the next subscription level is the Advanced, which is $49.99 a month. In the Advanced, you get everything in the basic level plus some more stuff. This month, the more stuff is a couple things. First of all, it starts with a Farson blade. We reviewed this on the channel before. It says it's sharp, and it is. And it's kind of like a modern-day version, sort of like an Ulu. It's based upon a design they found, I guess, in Wyoming or somewhere in some prehistoric or ruins or something. It comes in a nylon pouch here. They're giving this one a $39.99 value, and I found this one on Amazon for $31.52. So there's the Farson blade. Put that aside. And then the second item that is in the Advanced kit this month is the Lord & Field wood carving tool set. I believe Lord & Field is a Battlebox kind of exclusive brand, or they're connected with Battlebox somehow, but it is like a fabric pouch, and it's got 3 knives in it. They're pretty nice. They got flexi-cut style handles, shaped handles, and this is a little flat one. It's got some little plastic guards on it, a kind of a scoop knife or bowl knife, and then a regular carving knife, and rolls up into this little pouch here, which is pretty cool too. And they're giving this a $24.99 value. The closest I could find some of these for were about 30 bucks on Amazon, but the ones that I found now, admittedly, they did have a little leather strap or something in it, but other than that, that's the closest I could find. So the old stump top's getting full here, but that's the Advanced. They're giving that a total value of $124.82. I came up with $138.47. By the way, I didn't tell you on the basic, their total stated value is $59.84, and I came up with $76.95, so pretty good there. The next subscription level at Battlebox is the Pro level, which includes everything in the previous levels plus some more stuff. This month, the more stuff is an old Army axe. And this is a full-size axe, a pretty full-size axe. It's about, looks like it's about 26 inches long. Pretty good size head. It's not very small. It's not a small head. If you can take a look at this thing compared to my hand, you can see how big it is. And my hand's about a medium-sized hand. Kind of a Hudson Bay style head. It says it's forged out of 1095 steel. I gotta say, it's definitely kind of a it's kind of rough looking. The handle's got shellac on it. It is definitely not. I wouldn't consider this a really super nice axe, but it is got a pretty good heft to it, and it's probably got a nice shaped head. But you know, a nice axe is going to cost you 150 bucks too. A super nice axe. They're giving this one a $54.99 value. Got to say, the closest one I could find that looks like this with about this length is a cold steel trail axe, and it is about $35. So that's what we're going to use for a comparison there. So that brings their total stated value for the Pro level kit to $179.81. I came up with $173.97. Finally, the top level of subscription level at Battlebox is the Pro Plus, or Knife of the Month Club. And in that level, you get everything in the previous levels, but you get a knife or a tool every month. This month, it's a really cool knife, I have to say, from the folks at Lord & Field. And it is a survival knife. And I got to say, I like this one. I've taken it out and looked at it. It's got a pretty nice leather sheath here. This is a scout carry sheath. And it's got what appears to be a pretty basic ferro rod here. Nothing fancy there at all, but goes in the loop. Nice scout carry sheath, as I said. Twin snaps there. And it's got the Chicago type screws on it, so you can reverse it for left or right hand carry. What's really cool about this, in my opinion, I'll open that one, that's a snap. Just take it out here and show you. It's got a little tool here that slides in the slot, a little Allen wrench. And when you take these off, there is, and I'll just take them off here just to show you. Okay, they're off now. So first of all, this is a 1095. Has a ferro rod notch here. It's very pretty sharp spine here with a modified Scandi grind. Pretty nice there. You can see it's got these micarta handle scales on it. You take the handle scales off. One of them has a bow drill divot on the inside of it. It's a little cotton fire starting material here, and there's 2 fish hooks under there. I'm not going to take that off, but I like that concept that you can take this off and use it for a bow drill divot, and you don't have to worry about having that blade in your hand, which is pretty cool. And then on the other side, just take this off here. You can see it's got a magnet that holds these little two small arrowheads in there, and these are pretty tough looking little arrowheads. You can see pretty nice there, and they cut right out of there. So, and just put it back together, and you screw it back on there. So I think that's pretty cool. They're giving this $119 value. I couldn't find anything remotely like this on the old internet, so we'll go with a $119 value on it because I think that's fair. It really is a nice knife, no doubt about that, and I think it's pretty cool. So, okay, so that is the Lord & Field survival knife. I like the fact that it's got this little tool that slides right in the slot there, so you've got it with you if you need it. It feels pretty good in your hand. Looks like it'd be a really nice knife to use. So we'll put that there, and that wraps up the Battlbox Mission 48. They're giving this a total value of $299.80 for the Pro Plus. I came up with the $293.46. So there you go. Okay, next we'll take a look at the Apocabox, and you can see very different. And the Apocabox comes with some sort of little list in it also. This time it tells you the theme of this box is Tobacco Hawk, and Tobacco Hawk, it shows you a picture of a vintage one that was Creek's grandfather's, or yeah, Grandpa Tucky. So the theme of this month's box is going to be kind of like, you know, I guess self-reliant living, something like that. So we're going to pull this aside and see what's in here. So the first item is a survival utility panel, and that I believe is this here, and it's a 2x2 waterproof utility panel, and it's just a waterproof panel here. What's cool about it is one side is bright orange, so you can use this for signaling. We just had I was just working with the Boy Scouts about wilderness survival merit badge, and one of the things we recommend always is to have some sort of bright thing you can use for signaling. But if you don't want to be seen, then you can use it right here. So we'll go ahead and use this right now for a tablecloth on the old stump top here. Next item is a You Dig It light duty ultralight shovel trowel, and this is pretty cool. I like this because it's very lightweight. It's one piece, but it's metal, so it's strong enough you can do some serious little digging with it. Pretty cool there. It's good for gardening and or digging cat holes or whatever you need to dig a little hole for. The next item is a bushcraft fishing kit, which is from the BCB International, and those are the folks that they make some pretty cool stuff. We've looked at a couple of their fire products before on the channel, and we'll just open this thing up and see what all's in here. It's got some cool stuff in here, I think. So yeah, it's just a little one piece. Well, actually it's got some hooks in here, and a couple of like lures and different swivels, little fishing line here, some weights, some more hooks, and a couple of swivels. Pretty cool there. And it's all inside this really nice little heavy-duty stiff Ziploc baggie, which is pretty cool also. So this would be a good thing just to throw in your survival kit to give you some fishing tools. The next item is Stacy Lynn's Handbook Preserving 101, and it's pretty cool. It's by Stacy Lynn Harrison. It's got everything in here from how to dry beans to how to do sun preserving to canning to pressure canning, just freezing, all kinds of ways to preserve food, which is a pretty cool skill to have. Then the next item is a MAM pocket knife. I think this is a pretty cool little knife. So it's got a can opener here, can opener / bottle opener here. There's a regular knife blade here. It's not a locking blade, it's just like a little wooden, looks sort of like an open L, but it's not. And then on the other end, there's a fork, little tiny fork. So nothing really fancy or big here, but I guess it could come in handy. Just a very small thing to keep on a keychain if you want to have a little knife and fork. Although that right there is a pretty small fork, but it would get the job done, I guess, depending on what you're eating. So there's that. And then I think it's a cool knife anyway. The last item is the Tobacco Hawk. And that's pretty, what it is this is the project too, by the way. Every month there's a project every other month. I think this comes out every 2 months. Every 2 months there's a project, and this is a tobacco hawk, and you can see that's the sharpened side there. So it's for brush clearing, cutting tobacco, whatever. It's on this little wooden panel just to kind of give you some backing. And then it's got a handle here that's going to go on it like so. And it's got the hardware for the handles. So basically what you do is you can put this together, you carve your own handle out, stain it, do whatever you want to do so that it fits your hand well. And you can use this for chopping brush, weeds, tobacco, or light brush clearing or whatever. Just a cool little tool that doubles as the project for this month. That's everything that is in the Apocabox for this month. So I think those are some pretty cool items too, to be honest with you. I think the Apocabox is around 60 bucks every other month. Okay, well, there was a hopefully not too rambling look at the Battlbox Mission 48 and the February 2019 Apocabox, just kind of so you can kind of get a head-to-head look at what's different about them in the different styles of boxes. So the Battlbox ranges from 25 bucks to 150 bucks a month. And the Apocabox is, I think, around $60 every other month. At least from my viewpoint, the Battlbox has done a good job this month, as usual, of coming up with a good value for the money, depending on if you like the stuff that's in it. And honestly, that's the case with all these subscription boxes. It's kind of a crapshoot if you're going to get what you like or not. So you kind of have to look at the history, which is why I do these reviews, just so you can go back and look, and you can look over the last 2 or 3 years and see what every month has been, and you can say, okay, well, this is, I got a pretty good shot at getting some stuff I like most of the time. Every time it's not going to be a winner, probably. So you got to look at the overall thing. And then you also have to, I think, look at the different themes. The Battlbox, again, is mostly about getting cool stuff at a good price. And I think they've done a really good job of coming up with their own branded stuff that seems to be pretty high quality, and it does a pretty good job. I really like that survival knife, I gotta say. The axe I'm not too thrilled with. It just seems very rough to me, but the knife is rock and roll cool. The Apocabox, as always, is more about skills and just kind of unusual, unique stuff. And there's always a hands-on project in there, which I think is something that sets it apart from a lot of boxes. So, whether or not it's worth the money is the same for anything. It's totally up to you. My goal in doing these kind of reviews and these box reviews is just to show you what's in there and to build that history so you can go back and look and say, okay, well, I've checked every one of these out for the last several years, and yeah, it looks like they're pretty good usually, or no, there's no way I'd spend my money on that. That's going to be your decision. So, but I hope this has been helpful, and I hope this has not been too rambling. Thought we'd do this a little bit different this time, so there'll be links to both of these boxes below. So there's that. I hope this has been helpful. As always, thanks to both Battlbox and Apocabox for sending me these boxes every time so I can show them to you. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. There's another video right there. If you're not subscribed, if you click right down there in the corner, you can click that subscribe button. Be sure and click that little notification bell so you don't miss a single video. I really appreciate your support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident. So be prepared. I'll see you next time.